The word Huzz has quickly become the new kid on the block when it comes to slang brain rot, and the story surrounding its inception echoes that of previous meme creations. Just like Riz and Gyat, it would seem Kai Cenat is responsible for coining the term Huzz, which is simply another way of saying hose. This occurred in 2023, but it's taken until now to reach peak saturation across the internet, to the point that other words have had "uz" added to them. It's sort of like Pig Latin in that it becomes its own dialect separate from regular vocabularies, yet becomes painfully obvious when you crack the code. Deaduzz, after all, sounds a hell of a lot like dead ass, so it makes sense that this is what it means. Of course, memes changing language isn't anything new. It's been going on for years thanks to the inception of the internet allowing its constituents to play with language, and even before then young people loved playing around with codes and slang. If you're worried that the changing of words like this means that the collective intelligence of humanity is lowering, don't fret. It turns out the chopping and changing of language, especially for fun, actually allows people to improve their English. In the early 2000s, a moral panic surrounded text messages and the fact that young people were abbreviating words and creating a language of their own, supposedly corrupting their abilities to read and write. However, academic study revealed that this was greatly exaggerated by the media at that time, and that facility with text literacy is positively associated with standard English literacy, because texting is fun. As such, adding the suffix "uz" to every single word is basically like going into school and doing an English exercise on a massive scale. Except instead of being motivated by learning, you're being motivated by brain rot. It's completely possible for the most ridiculous of terms to become vehicles through which people engage with language, and despite it appearing to have the latest generation properly cooked, messing with words is in fact helping them learn. There's also the fact that language can change due to censorship on social media platforms. You might find unalive more prevalent than kill in some circles, but this happened due to bots flagging the word as non-kid friendly or utilized in heavy trash talk, so people had to find creative ways around it. In short, Huzz is not only a censored version of hose, but also represents the playful way in which language can adapt and be adapted, as social media platforms continue to change language on a massive scale. What meme would you guys like me to give a lesson in next? Let me know in the comments below.
And remember, like and subscribe! Or else.